Isn't it crazy that I literally just uploaded a video talking about the last James Charles drama with the whole Spirit Airlines having like this insane crash out on TikTok because some fan dared to send him a GoFundMe link even though she didn't follow him. That whole scandal, if you missed that video, go and watch that video. It's the last one on my channel. But now we have a new reason to talk about him. Well, I say new. It's not new. It's the reason we've been talking about him for many years at this point. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with new messages from underage boys. And is anyone really surprised at this? But it's 2026 and he's still doing this. It's 2026 and he's not in jail. The mind boggles. But yeah, we have a TikTok from a TikTok creator called Marco's Bits, and I haven't actually watched this video yet. You're getting my first raw reaction to this, and let's get into it. I mean, I think we can kind of expect what we can expect, but still, like I said in my last video, it is so important that we carry on exposing him for this disgusting behavior, so that maybe one day he can finally go to jail. But anyway, let's get into this. Like I said, I haven't pre-watched this video before this video, so this is my first reaction, raw reaction. Let's get into it.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
Hi James. So since you think it's so funny that someone lost their job, I have decided to share some screenshots of you that will hopefully make you lose yours. Now, to be fair to James Charles, I know, but bear with me. That woman reaching out to him did make a huge mistake. The mistake being, she's not a 16-year-old boy. Because if she was, I'm sure James would have been thrilled to help her. So
clocked immediately. I mean, it wasn't that. In fact, actually, I think it was another TikTok earlier this morning, actually, where someone was like, why were you going through your message request, James? Was it because you were trying to find other 16-year-old boys? And maybe that's why you got so mad, because you couldn't find any, and all you could find was this GoFundMe link message? Like, I know apparently all these other messages that he gets with fans trying to ask him for money, like, why are you doing that, James? Which I thought was, one, hilarious, and two, incredibly accurate. But yeah, clocked right there. But let's get into these messages.
Many of you already know, James Charles is a self-admitted child
wait.
predator.
Sorry. I need to zoom in on this. Can I zoom in? No, I can't zoom in. No, I can't. Okay. I want you guys to look at what he's got on in the background. Do you see that? I didn't even spot this. Like I said, this is my raw reaction. He's got "Bye Sister" in the background of the video. Oh, I'm gonna have to zoom in on that and editing. That's Tazi! That's the video! Yes, props to this creator, my god. Not only did he clock in with the 16-year-old boy comment, but also he's got "Bye Sister" like paused in the background with Tati looking TSL. Mate. This video about to be good. This may be a good expose.
But I don't think anyone has ever seen evidence as damning as this. So as you can see in these DMs that have never been released to the public before, James Charles explicitly asks this child, "How old are you?" The child says, 16, don't be mad. James then says, "Still illegal, laugh my ass off." And then they continue to have an extended conversation, exchanging images with one another for several months.
Stop. Right. You're scrolling too quickly. Okay, so this is an Instagram DM conversation. Right. Let's try and zoom this back a little bit. Okay. Hiya, hey, what's up, how you been? Looking for a movie to watch? I'm okay, just got my tonsils out, so I've been shy and recovered. Sorry, when was it? Wow, okay. Horror and thriller, my faves. Friends put me on Twilight, though. I need to watch Twilight, if only because I love the song Decode by Paramore. And listen, if you were to ask me which was better, Twilight or Harry Potter, I would go with Harry Potter all day, every day, okay? But still, I'm kind of at the age now where I'm like, I just kind of want to watch Twilight just for the lols and the fun of it, you know. Let me know your favorite Twilight film in the comments. But anyway, let's carry on. So Twilight, I'm trying to get to like a good bit here. Okay, so he's asking where he's from. Okay, here we go. He's gonna be offering to fly him out to LA. Let's just wait for this. I moved to New Jersey. How about you? He's from New York but lives in LA. Dope. Right outside of Albany, but I was in New York City all the time as a kid. Blah blah blah. Uh oh. I'm seeing videos. Oh yeah, and this is asking how old are you? And then I hate the idea of 17 soon. Still illegal. Really? Hello, Mayo. Right. Okay. So it's a three text all the way down here. It's still illegal. Really? LMAO. And then video, photo. Oh no. Listen, y'all already know when a conversation on Instagram, especially with somebody you're trying to flirt with, turns into this. Y'all already know what's going down. Okay, this is, oh my god, so many, and then they just start talking in photos and okay. Oh my god. Hey, I'm gonna. Of course. Okay, when was this? Oh shit, this was 2020. Oh, this was 2020. Oh, this isn't necessarily even new. This was 2020. Oh my god, wait. This was 2020. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back a little bit because this person might be talking over it being scrolled down, but like, yeah, it was just all so weird. Okay, right, so let's scroll back and see what this creator has to say, because obviously we know the type of shit is probably going to come out like this.
Afterward, it goes on and on and on. And the victim involved with this, who is going to remain anonymous because they want to move on with their life at this point, has told me that they were exchanging inappropriate images, but are we surprised? And as if the Instagram DMs were not bad enough, the conversation then moved along to Snapchat, where James used his new house and his money to attempt to entice the child into engaging in a relationship with him. The reason why I decided to share this with you guys today is not because it's the anniversary of Bi Sister, which is actually a complete coincidence. It's because
is it the anniversary of Bi Sister like right now? Oh shit. Yeah, yesterday it probably would have been, right? Today's the 12th of May, yesterday was the 11th, and I'm pretty sure this video came out either the 10th or the 11th. And yeah, it was the anniversary of Bi Sister. Oh my god. Why? I mean, we were talking about this in the past video, like, why was it that, like, those dramas hit so, like, perfectly? Especially for those of us who were, like, in school, like, post-exam time. Like, you got through your exams, but, like, the things that were getting you through was drama again. Like when Bi Sister hit and like the whole drama again too. Like I was doing my A-levels. I was the end of sixth form. Okay, I was about to go to university. Like that shit got me through that summer. And then with Dramageddon 1, as I mentioned in this in previous videos, like that got me through my own like big friendship breakup of 2018. And I am going to be doing a bit of a recap on both Dramageddons at some point soon, hopefully like over the summer, because I just think that we can continue to learn from these situations, and it's also just fun to recap. And again, he's got Bi Sister in the background. I love it.
You guys to understand who this creature is. This is someone who genuinely believed that millions of people would cheer him on as he publicly stomped on a woman's throat at the lowest moment of her life. The deranged entitlement required to sit in a cell.
That part right there, did I miss something? When did he... Okay, you guys need to educate me in the comments, because I do not recall that. Stomping on a woman's throat? Was that Coachella? Was that a Coachella thing? Stomp on a woman's throat. Is that figurative? I'm confused. Someone educate me in the comments about that.
Branded bathrobe inside your mansion, paid for by young children when you victimize them and take advantage of them. To belittle this person who just lost her job is truly sickening.
It was figurative. He was talking about the Spirit Airlines thing. Never mind. But like, true. I mean, if you watched my last video, you know. And again, go watch that. It's a fun time. But I don't necessarily believe that the whole DM situation was even real in the first place. The way he was describing it, it sounded like it was sort of like a bot fake message, especially because he couldn't find it after he went back and tried to find it. So I don't know about that, but like, yeah, like his whole attitude towards that is what this creator is saying. Like, stomping on a woman's throat at the lowest point of her life. Like, he does not give a shit about his fans. He only cares about himself and the money. And that he makes very, very clear. And also, the other thing he cares about is talking to underage boys and trying to have a 16-year-old boyfriend when he's like 28. It's crazy.
Wanted to move on with my life, but I do think I'm going to continue to expose all of the receipts I have about James Charles because it is extensive. I have a library in my phone. And then he had the audacity to post a video doubling down on what he said.
What I said, 10 toes down.
And then the next day, he quietly deletes both of those videos, crawls into his bed, and posts a sniveling, fake apology video, the same spineless theater he performs every single time his mask slips. It is sickening, and I cannot believe that people still fall for this. This is the same creature that publicly complained about the pavement designed to prevent blind people from walking into traffic.
Oh my god, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, he was talking about like the knobbly like bit like before you're about to go onto the road. Like he complained about that. Yeah, I remember that. God, he's always been tone deaf, huh? He's just always been tone deaf.
Creature who invited the individual who almost unalived his friend to his home to sleep with him. James, I am so glad that you posted that video because it exposes that you don't just lack empathy. You are viciously and pathologically allergic to it. You use your fame and your power to abuse and take advantage of children, which is not a character flaw, by the way. That is a moral deformity so profound, it should have disqualified you from public life years ago. And after all of that, you had the audacity to scream at the camera, practically foaming from your mouth with pure vile hatred for this individual who in her most desperate moment dared ask you for help. James is a narcissist, and because of that, he would never be able to truly empathize with someone who just lost their job because he's never lost his job. But you guys have
literally what I was talking about in my last video, right? This is why I keep saying like it's so important that people like me are like this crazy here. Like it keeps on exposing James Charles because something needs to be done. He needs to be shown for the person he is. And like I said in my last video, you know, he is an influence. He's an influencer and he's going to be a role model and influence for a lot of these young kids who maybe were too young to know about Bi-Sister. Like, you got to think, the current like generation of like 13-year-olds or even like 16-year-olds, when it was 2019 and like Bi-Sister and everything, they were in primary school. Like, they were like 7, 8 years old. Like the oldest around 10, you know what I mean? Like, they were not engaging in this stuff. Like, I was thinking the other day, because I was coming back from my job, which my second job is in town, and whenever I get the bus home, it passes by my sixth form. I just had this realization of being like, this generation of like 17, 18-year-olds were like 10 when I was their age. And like when Drumagain and everything was happening, like in 2018, 2019, like they were like children. That's crazy. You know? Like it's those kind of realizations. Also, another good point to mention is those kind of realizations, because especially if James is talking to these people, like he's got to realize when he first was going through all these scandals, they were like 9, 10 years old. And now he's trying to get in, now he's trying to get with them when he's like 28. That's disgusting. Even like having a friendship with kids like that age when you're older and an adult is incredibly inappropriate, and that needs to be talked about more. So it's just like the whole thing, as we know, as we like been knowing for ages, is incredibly inappropriate. But it's just, yeah, like I say, it's very important that we keep on preaching about this just to expose him so people just stay away from him. And parents, maybe you're on social media, can say, hey kids, don't look up to this person because he's done a really bad thing, you know? This is what we're saying.
power to give him that experience. You can unfollow him, you can block him, you can never engage with another video, never buy one of his products, and he will lose everything. And then he will finally understand what it's like for this woman that he just publicly humiliated.
Exactly. Now, listen, it's all very well and good saying, oh yeah, let's do like a massive smear campaign against James Charles. We've been trying. People who've come before me, I want to call out people like Peter Mon, Rich Lux, Nick Schneider, Dustin Daly, T-Spill, Spill Sesh, all like these people, even like, did I say Rich Lux? I would say Rich Lux. And even more recently, people like Adam McIntyre, Evangelina, people like that, okay, and now me, hey, I'm dipping my toe into the community. But, well, more like nosediving into it with the amount of times I've been uploading recently. And I've really appreciated all you guys' support on the videos as well. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. But, you know, it's even if we try to do, like, these smear campaigns and the amount of times that we expose him, which, again, very important. And, you know, I'm surprised that those kind of DMs weren't, like, considering they were from 2020, which is when all this kind of stuff first started to become, like, a really popular and like mainstream issue, like he's still gonna do it, you know what I mean? Like we can try and boycott as much as we like, but it's the same with like when people try and boycott big corporations. It's not necessarily gonna work. Now maybe with an influencer, if people like a bit like when By Sister dropped and he like lost a bunch of subscribers overnight, like millions of subscribers overnight. We all remember the subscriber count going down like overnight. It was like you really had to be there. Like I'm actually really grateful that I was the age that I was when all that went down, because it was like pure teenager type drama. Yeah, well, obviously it was a lot more serious than that, but it really appealed to that kind of thing. But you know, and it was just like internet drama extravaganza that again got us through those summers, you know what I mean? But it's like when people try and boycott big corporations. Unfortunately, when somebody reaches like that big of a status, it's very difficult to take them down, because it's very difficult to convince everybody. Again, like a lot of his fans will continue to be really like young teenagers who, again, were probably way too young to even know about the scandals. And, you know, as much as they're chronically online on TikTok, it wouldn't necessarily take like this thing, which I guess could be now kind of classed as like a historical scandal, maybe, because it's been like what 8-9 years, no 8-7 years, sorry. You know, it's we can do something. We can try. We could definitely try, and I would recommend definitely not buying anything from Painted, because that brand has gone through enough scandals. It's like when Jaclyn Hill tried to do the lipstick stuff. Like there's been a lot surrounding Painted, hasn't there? And I don't really understand why anybody would really want to buy that anyway, when like P. Louise is coming out with similar products. Like what's the point, you know? But we can definitely try. But is it gonna take him down entirely? I doubt it. Which is unfortunate, but this is the thing where someone's like so massive, and like I say, we can try. There's no harm in trying. In fact, we should be trying. But this whole idea of like, if enough people band together, we can take him down entirely. I think with how rich he is and the fandom that he has and the amount of loyal fans that he still has despite everything, even people who were aware and around during those scandals and were fully like in it still support him to this day. Is crazy. But like, he's got enough of those people to the point where I think he's gonna survive. Is he quite the Jeffrey Epstein status? No, but you know, he's sort of the Jeffrey Epstein in the influencer world. If he had an island. That's all I'm gonna say. But let me know all of your thoughts about this in the comments. You know, I doubt whether any of us are surprised that there are more DMs and messages that come out. You know, there's probably loads. I mean, that creator said like, oh, I've got a whole library in my phone, which is a little bit like when Jeffree Star said he had the voice notes, you know. So sometimes, no shade, but like, we want to see everything. Like, if you've got everything and if you've got loads of things, show us everything. Just lay it all out there, please. You know, don't be teasing us with all this bullshit about, I've got a whole library, but I'm just going to show you one thing. Like, make a series about it. Just keep going until we've seen it all. You know, like, that's the kind of thing that we want. Like, I remember so distinctly, like, when Shane Dawson said he was going to cover the Dramageddon stuff, and like barely touched on it. Do you know what I mean? He was teasing it so much in the trailers for that documentary, and then gave us a little hint. The most we got was in 2020 with the Breaking My Silence video, and he was on Instagram Live going, "Yes, you message drama channels." Oh my god, I'm so looking forward to revisiting all of that on this channel. But yeah, as I say, make sure to let me know what all your thoughts are about all this in the comment section. Again, make sure to hit that like button, really helps me out a lot. Hit that subscribe button, I would really love to have you here. And I'll be in the comments, as always, and I will see you guys in my next video.